too many can't play with us. See where this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Watch the twist. Watch the
The first carry down for Dalvin Cook. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 17-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Cook. Broken tackle. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Trubisky. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's good for our Vikings. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Alert, 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 alert. I got one.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At their 48-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You ain't going nowhere.
Now it's Trubisky. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Diggs has it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll run on first down. Cook. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to air one out. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 83 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Vikings nothing.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Trubisky now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200-plus?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 24.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. Touchdown number 15 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Second and 6. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the counter, here's Gordon. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Daniels. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They run, Cook, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Lock in, lock in. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Alert, 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 alert. Quick, quick. Slam, slam.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. It's complete to Diggs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. first down. Daniels. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2nd and 3. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Joseph is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. He completes it to Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You ready? 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Man out.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Able to get this to Gordon. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
53, Mike. Check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels, complete to Bryant. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Check 52.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw, Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a pickup of 5, brings up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
180! 52 right here. 52. I got it.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Got Gordon open, completes it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A toss play, Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. To throw on third down. Daniels. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 18. Shit.
Play action. Now Trubisky. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Vikings 14.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the carry, it's Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Get up! 180! 53! Watch the curl! Watch the curl! Blue! Let's go!
Here's Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a run with Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give to Cook out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Trubisky. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Switch.
They try again with Cook. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Cook, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Kill. Lock in. Nickel. Switch.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he loses the football a second time. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. On second down, it's Cook, and he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively, 6 DBs in the game. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here's Trubisky. Left side caught by Diggs. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
180. Check 53, Mike. Exit.
Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. From the 22, Trubisky. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Trubisky. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Now it's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Shift. Alert, 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 alert.
On first down, Cook. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
I'm coming. Check. Red, up.
And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On second down, it's Cook. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 29.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Handoff comes to Cook. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this one is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here.